All right, we're doing something new because I feel like. Oh, I'm already fucking. Okay, never mind. I was going to say I'm already blurry. Fuck me. We always do this thing where we hop in Discord for like 3 hours before the chat, and then we hop in this thing like 5 minutes before the chat or whatever. We've already been talking about stuff for like hours. And then we don't actually talk about a lot of the things that we talk about before the chat. So I figured I wouldn't bring you motherfuckers in until we started. So we are live. Welcome to the Gay Frog Chat. This is E Honda, your host. I hope you guys are having a great night tonight. Better than me, but I don't really want to talk about that shit. So we're just going to stick to whatever you guys want to talk about. So if you like, give a little @E Honda in the chat. We will address what you are trying to say. And if you really would like to get your chat across, super chats are always appreciated, but not necessary. And with all that being said, how you guys doing tonight? We're joined by an angry platypus.
Yo.
With lots of energy. Jesus. You doing all right, man?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. I didn't think you were doing this chat tonight, so like that's why.
Yeah. I don't know. I decided to put the phone away and not be distracted by vagina and just have a good old chat and talk to you guys and say what's up.
Right on.
Yeah. We have never enough ammo for what? What is it? What is your full name, sir?
Never enough ammo for questions.
For questions?
I don't know.
All right. Who's muted and probably away from his computer right now, but Matt's here. We got
Probably grabbing a drink.
an AR meat wagon. How do you do, good sir?
Good.
Muy excelente. And Fusano. How do you do, good sir?
I'm doing well. Doing well.
Right on. So, yeah.
600 rounds today. I'm happy.
You shot 600 rounds a day?
Yeah.
God damn.
Probably do another 3 or 4 tomorrow, 3 or 4 on Tuesday, then probably another 400 or 500 on Thursday.
Well, that's just uncalled for.
I got a major match this weekend and next weekend.
Damn, dude. That's a lot of fucking ammo. Do you have enough?
I never have enough.
Damn right.
Oh, that was hilarious. We were on Twitter. Was that last night or the night before, Matt? We saw Iraq veteran 88's post
yeah.
about not enough ammo. Like,
Yeah.
you'll never have enough ammo.
He said something about there's never enough ammo or something like that. And I just responded to his tweet. All I said was, that sounds familiar. I don't know why. ...
Yeah, and I was like, hey, aren't you the guy? Didn't you steal all kinds of videos from this guy back in the day? His name was Never Enough Ammo? I forget.
Yeah. At least 3, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Daniel says, Night Strike wants to chat battle me. Well, he'll lose, but okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that means, really. Damn it, I was going to be a dick, but you had a shit day. I don't want to add to it.
What happened? Why'd you have a shit day? You're going to end up telling us anyway, so I don't know why you don't just fucking tell us.
All right.
Because you always do. You're like, I don't want to talk about it. And then 10 minutes later, you're talking about it.
I went and saw my dying father at the hospital.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you told us this.
Yeah. And a lot of backstory here. I'll glaze over it. There were stepkids. The stepkids got more than the real kids. He's delirious. He kept calling me Zach, which is not my name. And he kept complaining about me and my brother as if he was complaining to Zach about me and my brother. So that was pretty cool.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I said what I felt like the dutiful son today, to be honest. Because I went in there, even though I didn't want to. And I went and talked to him, even though it was totally not comfortable. And he's like never been there for me. And not sad. You know what I mean?
No.
And I said things to him that I thought would give him peace. Because nothing's going to get solved at this point, and like me showing up and being a dick about things that aren't going to change isn't going to help anything. So yeah, I just showed up and spent like an hour just talking about old stories and got the fuck out of there. Went and got some Schlotzskis.
Which, by the way, I saw your fucking shitty comment.
Dude, I had to take the biggest, nastiest Schlotzskis dump when I got home. There's too much grease in that sandwich, man. It wasn't.
Dude, it's all grease. It's
That's
supposed
what
to
makes
be.
it good.
Jesus. Which one did you get? Did you get like the beefy, smoky, cheesy, or whatever thing?
Yeah, I got the one that you said.
Yeah, the new delicious one. Yeah.
I got the one you, and there was like lots of gristle on the roast beef, which
What?
was yeah. There was
You had a bad Arby's, dude. Then that was just a bad Arby's.
It's not Arby's.
I mean, fuck, you know what I mean.
Schlotzsky's.
Schlotzsky's. I'm saying it because it's basically an Arby's beef and cheddar,
With
but
bacon.
like with bacon and way better.
Does the beef and cheddar actually have cheddar, or isn't it like cheese sauce?
It's like cheese sauce, or it's like fake cheese, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. It's like cheese
It's a whole
whiz.
bunch of chemicals that individually they're nasty. Together they're kind of decent.
So it's like government cheese.
Yeah, except it's that kind of cheese that never solidifies. So it's not even like Velveeta. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's like
right,
it
right.
always stays in. It's like that can of those jars of cheese whiz that you buy next to the chips on the chip aisle.
Yeah, like the nacho cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like all that being said, and I was talking about this earlier, like you kind of pay the price when you're young or you pay the price when you're old. If you have shit parents or tragedy, you pay the price when you're young. If you have good parents and no tragedy, you pay the price when you're old, right? Because then you're like worried about your parents and yada, yada, yada. I guess technically you could have both where it's like,
You just have shitty parents all your life.
well, you'd have like one shit parent who lives and then another parent who is awesome who dies or something, you know?
Yeah. Or just
Or-
two shitty parents.
Or
Yeah,
That just stay with you, never die.
Well, then you just don't give a fuck about them when you're older, though, right? If they're just shit
Well, that's true.
parents the whole fucking time, and when they're old and dying, you're like, aha!
Unless once you become an adult, their demeanor and everything totally changes, and you become friends with them,
It doesn't tend to
And
happen.
then they die.
and then they die.
I don't know. That doesn't tend to happen. Usually they double down
Or
and start.
or if one of
start
them
calling
dies-
you your- oh, good.
one of them dies when you're younger, and then they remarry, and then one of them dies later on, but that one that lived remarries, and you just keep like it's just constantly the chain keeps going.
This is my stepdad.
Yes.
Or then like the good parent died early on, and then the bad parent stayed shitty, and then became good when you're in your 20s, and then by the time you're 30, they're like your best friend, and then they get remarried to somebody who's really, really shitty, and then they die, and you're left with the shitty step parent.
But then that shitty step parent like turns it around after they die.
Yeah, and then becomes great friends just long enough.
Yep.
But then you're old enough to say, "Fuck you, stepmom or stepdad," and gone.
No, see, because you were born with a genetic disease where it makes you look like you're young all the time, and they lost your paperwork as a child.
Gotcha.
Didn't some chick get in trouble for that? Where she was like, she went to an adoption agency because she was like a little person and then got adopted at like 25 to a
Yes.
family and said she was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That was a real story. I remember we talked about that on one of the shows, like, what was it, a year or two ago or something. And it was like a real life version of that fucking, what's that, that movie Orphan? About that
Yep,
creepy,
orphan. Yep.
It was like a real life version of that. And it was like the parents, like, it was like in Indiana or something. And then I think like they wanted to, when they found out how old she was, they wanted to move and they were trying to move to Canada. But the judge says, you're her parents. You have to go with her. And they're like, she's not a child. We got duped. And they're like, well, you have no actual proof of that. So technically she's still your guardian. So they were like being forced to fucking take care of this person and shit.
dude, that's fucked up. Like a little person. Like she's got like, she's shaving her legs. She's supposed to be 13, you know, like having periods and shit and
Yeah.
cigarettes and drinking booze.
I forget what it was. She was like from some like Eastern European country or something. And
I wonder what happened to her. Like, what's the charge for that? Is there a
I don't
charge for that?
I
Do
don't
you go
know.
to jail? Do you just get kicked out of the house eventually? Like, how does that work?
There has
don't
to
know.
be some fraud or something.
Yeah, I would think
Weird.
false impersonation or something.
Yeah, that too.
False impersonation. That sounds like a made-up thing you just said.
Impersonation is false.
Yeah, it's a double negative.
It's not a double negative. Fucking shit. It's redundant, I think is the word you're looking for.
No, because false impersonation would mean you're not impersonating anybody.
You were
like a
falsely accused of
double
impersonation.
Or falsified identity, that's what I meant.
No, you're. I'm on a tear today, bro. I don't know, man. So all that shit's going on, and I just don't know what to think about it. And so I haven't done any kind of research or anything for the Gay Frog Chat tonight. So we're just going in raw. We're raw dogging it, you know. No lube.
Couldn't even be bothered to sit up high enough so we can see your whole fucking face.
No, can't even do that. I don't give a fuck. Here I am, me Honda. Oh. Now you can see me. Isn't it great? Fucking YouTube. Fuck off. I'll sit comfortably.
You are my hero.
Here, let me adjust the camera so that you can see me. This fucking camera that Matt told me to buy that always goes out of focus.
Mine works fine, man. I don't know what to tell you.
That is the best part of you, period, right there.
God damn it.
I just need a picture of the hat. Just the hat.
Isn't that the best part of them?
There you go. See, now you can see my messy ass bed and not the flag. Fuck off.
Well,
There you go.
that and that image was kind of close to any selfie from a woman that has like her head's almost gone and everything's like nothing but her chest.
Yeah, well, it's because nobody cares about our face anyway. So.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, all they're doing is trying to hook up on Tinder because they're like they can't find a man that's actually like suited for them, and they like all these girls go to college and make a bunch of money, and they're like, well, I need to marry up, but then they're like 40, right? And you can't find a fucking decent guy when you're 40 because no like guys want a younger girl. We don't care what you make, like. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, well, no, you can find that like rich guy that's like 70 on death's doorstep that wants to still marry younger.
Yeah,
but
right. You got to go to a
20, not
70-year-old to make it.
They'll marry a 20-year-old, not a 40-year-old.
Speaking of like old fake people, you know how there's always like farmersmeat.com or like Christian Mingle. I wonder if there's like a old burnt out like handbagsmeat.com or something.
Oh shit!
So, would it be for old guys or old girls?
Both, I guess.
Both.
Yeah.
It's non-gender specific.
It's called overthehill.com. Roll call says, "Did you see the gunshots at the Washington Nationals baseball game?"
No.
When did that happen? Was that today?
I think it was last night. It was somebody doing a drive-by.
It wasn't in the stadium.
No, it was outside. I think it was two cars trying to shoot at each other, and they end up shooting some innocent person in the process.
As one does.
So this next super chat is complicated. There's not enough information to make a good choice here.
Pick my next gun under $1,500. I would like to hear each group member's choice.
CZ Shadow 2.
That's a good one. But see, here's the thing. We don't know what he already has, right? Like, presumably, he does have an AK. So that's...
It doesn't matter.
I think here's how you should take it.
Doesn't matter.
I think
You
he's just an Alaska lover.
You are given $1,500 for a gun, free of any obligations, no strings attached, kind of thing,
Okay.
right?
What if you like?
But you have to spend at least the majority of it on a gun. What do you buy?
Oh God. Well, I like the CZ idea. That's a great gun. That's something that's on my list. Smith & Wesson 686 if you don't already have a revolver.
but that's not. That's you could almost get 2 686s for $1,500.
Or you can get a really nice 686 plus for like $1,100.
If you get like the performance center with like the
Like a really nice one.
Yeah.
The other thing is, do you have a 1911? A fucking nice 1911 would be good for a collection, right? If you don't already have one.
That's
So it more comes down to like what don't you already have?
Yeah.
So
what
like
are you looking for?
you need a good revolver. You need an AR-15. You already got an AK-47. One presumes you need a good 1911 in your collection. You should, there are just certain things like you need in your collection, and if any of those things are missing, then that's what you would that's what you go for, right?
I say like a set me. That way you can do East versus West.
Set me's good, yeah. Or
PTR.
G3 clone, or
PTR, go all the way. That's
There you
why I ended up picking one of those last month.
I get a. Sorry, I just hit my vape pen. Mute myself.
Mine would be a.
Han is dying live on the chat.
All right, I'm better. We're good.
For me, it's a bolt gun with glass because that's something I don't have.
Yeah,
I would go with a Springfield Armory SOCOM 16.
Fuck you.
I'd go with a
Hey,
Daniel
probably
Defense
would.
AR.
Fuck you.
I said that because I know it's about that price and it would piss you off.
You can find one used, sure. Or get what is it? Is it Fulton Armory makes does those two, and then so does James River Armory, right?
Yeah, but theirs are like $2,000.
So
But you
I'd
find
go-
one used that might be less.
Yeah,
I say so we can choose used guns in this.
sure.
Oh, I'm gonna say a Dan Wesson Specialist then. I got mine for like $12.50 used.
How about a good SKS? Do you like AKs already?
For like
What about its predecessor, an SKS? But like, find a nice one, like not the $500
Something that'll
Chinese
just
ones.
continue to go up in value.
Get a
Probably like a
Russian.
nice Yugo or a Russian or something.
Russian. Get an early Russian. Like a 50.
I don't know what those are going for right now, but
Russian SKSs are like $1,000, I think.
I got.
I could be
Russian
wrong on
that's about right. I ended up picking up a Russian SKS because the guy didn't know what he had beginning of last year for 200. Limited stock and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Russian SKSs for $1,200 to $1,300 on Gunbroker.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
And that gun's just going to
$1,200.
continue to go up in price. So
Just like Mosins.
Moisens.
And the
Hey,
price-
I'm going to get a really good deal out of Mosin and then come on a live chat and be like, hey, I got to, I'm going to buy a gun. And you guys are like, what gun? I'm like, oh, it's a Mosin. You're like, okay, what's the price? $200. Is that good? Is that good, guys? I don't know. Did I do good? Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just things.
If he wasn't having his own chat going on right now.
That chat battle, bro. I think we just fucking struck the first blow right there.
be careful what you say. He might call in some law enforcement favors.
It's probably true. He is a deputy.
I feel he'll be calling them. They're going to be like, what do you want, Farva?
Yeah, but,
Oh, see, AK Lover
but that's
says
local. He can't touch Colorado. So
PSA has SOCOM for under 15 with camo stock, and it would piss Matt off. I think that's what he should go for.
Fucking shit.
Oh God.
you love it.
I mean, that's
Why would you buy
the
them?
reason I bought a fucking Canic is because everyone's like, you can't buy one because I say so. I'm the Yankee Marshal. Jizz on your face.
So if you want to really trick that Canic out,
Oh shit! I missed a super chat.
there's a guy here in KC that does wonders with those in the competition world. If you want to trick it out, let me know. I'll get you hooked up with him.
Okay. Here for you, bud. I met my aunt today who told me that the sperm donor was planning on reaching out to me right before he died, so I'm a little effed now, too. I'm assuming by sperm donor you mean father, not actual sperm donor.
But I mean, technically that would also be.
I mean, I guess, yeah. That's the way it works out, I guess. It sucks, man. Fucking sucks, dude. And the weird thing is, like, because, like, I had such a shitty experience of being a child, like, I'm, like, really nice to my kids, and I, like, get them stuff and spend time with them. It's weird. Maybe they're going to be assholes to their kids now, because...
That's completely wrong. Your parenting style totally needs to change.
Oh, sorry, I'm nice to my kids. It's weird. I need to beat them.
So what bolt action should I get? I don't have anything with glass. I don't have a long range anything.
What caliber are you looking at?
Yeah, that's the
308
first question.
just because I have 308 stuff to reload.
Get
So
a
I don't have
Savage.
to go into a new caliber or brass and bullets. And
This will help me out too because I'm also looking for a 308 gun. So
Model 110 Savage.
That's not a bad choice.
You can pick them up for $300 to $400 used. The long range rifle that Savage does is based on that exact action.
like my price is right around $1,000.
So for right around $1,000, and Matt can attest to this, the Howas are fucking.
So I'm gonna put something in internal.
Okay.
Let me know. It's PSA.
PSA.
I don't know. I do like the Acu triggers on the Savages, though. Like, that's something.
those
that
are.
if you go that method, then you pretty much don't have to do anything to the trigger.
And it's already has aluminum chassis.
And
Yeah, those
barrels.
if you get one that doesn't have the Acu trigger, you can still adjust the trigger weight without doing an actual trigger job. There's 4 Allen screws that keep everything together inside that trigger group. Now, if you lighten them too much, it will go off with the safety in position. Ask me how I know.
So I'm totally thinking about spending this 626 or 926 on this.
Yeah, I would honestly like. I mean, I know the Savages are good rifles, but the Howas spank them.
This already comes in an aluminum chassis. Comes with a AR style pistol grip.
Does it have that optic on it, the Vortex? Or what is that?
Oh, so you're looking for a chassis rifle?
Well, it wouldn't need to be, but I just don't have anything long range with glass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then definitely go with the Howa. I was just thinking of general all-purpose hunting, long range, all that. But
if I hunt, I take my Type 53 out and I go open sights.
Yeah, then I would just definitely go with the Howa then, just because there's so much on the market right now.
Yeah.
I think I may be, and I kind of want to get into the suppressor world because a buddy of mine, he has a, a Scar Heavy with the suppressor on it, and that thing is absolutely amazing.
Thanks, Spectre Power. I don't want to read what you said out loud, but I appreciate it, brother. Savage said, get a Savage 110, tons of options. Of course, Savage would say that.
I
like Savage.
I think it's the Howa. I think, yeah.
So I've got 2 Savage 110s. I love them, but I don't know. I've never found a drop-in chassis for them. Not that I've ever really looked, but I know that the Howas, people are just making all kinds of stuff for those right now.
Hey, Travis P11's in the chat. How's it going, Travis? The Trabi have invaded.
I just sent him an email.
Super effective. AK Lover says, last Q is a unconverted Sega Hunter worth $1,100. $1,100.
1100 unconverted. Yeah,
Unconverted?
I mean,
yeah, it is because we can't get those
the
anymore.
Segas aren't coming in anymore. So
Yeah, they have collectability value. It's a real Russian AK, so yeah, it's
Dude,
worth it.
What's that? The AR-15 looking shotgun that Infernus keeps talking about?
Oh, I fucking don't remember the name of
Is
it.
it Arm
Yeah.
Score?
VR80.
So what is it?
Maybe. Or it's like a
They
copy
make
of
two
the
different ones. They make
VR80.
a VR60 and they make a VR80.
I don't know. Well, according to him, it's like the cheapest version of a reliable shotgun, semi-automatic mag-fed shotgun that will feed anything, and that a lot of people use them for competition shooting and shit like that. So, I was thinking about possibly looking into getting one of those just to have it.
A buddy of mine got a Typhoon 12, I think, and it's AR platform. I know it's from Turkey, but it's
That
kinda
doesn't stop
badass.
Honda.
I'm trying
I
to.
said guns from Turkey don't stop you. So
Typhoon F12. Look at that. It's kind of awesome. He picked his up for about $750. It's AR pattern.
Yeah, I think this is it. This is totally it. Like, I like the one with the carry handle sights. It looks like an AR-15, but it's a fucking shotgun. Like, here, let me screen share this. This is cool. No prices, don't worry. Look at that thing, dude.
What's it called?
the Typhoon.
Typhoon F12.
The one my buddy got, his just had a top rail. Oh, that has top rail too.
Dude, they've got all
Those are
kinds of
just-
them there. Like, look,
yeah.
look at all the different ones. Like, you can be like, Jesus Christ.
Shut up! Fuck
Okay.
you!
Did you just yell "fuck you" at your dog?
Yeah.
I yell fuck you at my dog all the time.
Dude, they got some cool looking fucking guns, man. All these different camos and shit.
Did he say he got his was like $399 or some shit like that?
He got it used.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it used?
He
Okay.
got it used. So he bought it off of somebody, and he got it.
It's like $1,000 fucking shotgun.
Right. No, they're pretty cool though. They're nice but pricey, says Travis. Just about every AR pattern shotgun is made in Turkey except for the one Rock Island makes. Was it the
That's what
one?
it is, Rock
Was it
Island.
Rock Island? I think it was the Rock Island that he was talking about, actually, now that I think about it.
Yep.
I could be wrong.
I
think
think
that's-
it is the Rock Island one that he was that he got.
Don't fuck your dog, says Break.
I'll do my best. No promises.
Alexander's asking if anyone does 3D printing of pew-pews. I'm currently building a FGC9M2. That's the Fuck Gun Control 9 Mod 2. I don't trust my own skills in building things for some reason. So I don't know. Do any of you guys fuck with that?
With what now?
3D printing.
3D printing? No.
No,
Not yet.
It's a lot to get into, but it's getting cheaper and cheaper because, like, it used to be like a 3D printer for anything decent was over $1,000. Now you can get, and I don't know how decent they are, but you can buy $100 3D printer and start printing shit. Do
Fuck
test
off!
samples. Print test samples until it comes out right and do stuff. But I don't know what the quality is on the plastic and shit like that of the cheap ones.
Was it the VR60 or the VR80?
I think it was the 80.
The 80. Okay, so that one's around $600.
What's
$600
the-
to $650. And the VR80 or the VR60, those run around $400 to $450.
I mean, that looks cool too. And I always like guns that have this thing for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, well, I'm not screen sharing, am I?
No, you're not.
That would help. That had the little dingle here. I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, that's the 80. That one looks cooler.
Yeah.
The 60 doesn't look as cool, but I'm wondering what the actual differences are. Because, a lot of times they do this type of shit, and, like, because other gun companies do this shit all the time with, like, their little 22 ARs. and shit, where you open it up, it's literally the same gun as another gun that they make. They just put like a fucking AR shell over it.
Yeah, they just put plastic pieces that make it look like an AR, and if you stand back at like 20 feet and take a picture with a grainy camera, you're fine. But as soon as you pick it up, you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and you open it up, and it's like a fucking this is like Mossberg does this. They have the Mossberg AR looking 22 they've got.
Yeah,
you open it up, and the fucking
it's a 702.
Yeah, they just put it inside a plastic shell.
I almost bought one of those, and I looked at it, and I'm like, "This is just a 702 Plinkster," and I had one of those things, and it was a fucking Jam-O-Matic shit box, dude.
I'm just wondering, if these are actually like the same gun, the 60 and the 80. I wonder if they're the same gun, but just different. Like the one has all the more tactical shit on it, you know.
Ooh, the VR60. So that one's more. This one's less. This one's
less. That one's like $200 less.
Huh.
And I'm wondering what the difference between the two is.
That just looks like a beefy ass AR-15, doesn't it? With like a fucking
Pretty much.
Some kind of like grenade launcher or something on it.
Looks like that should be like an old school like integrated flashlight.
That's like a laser from 1989.
This is a gas system.
Gas pistol. That's a pistol.
I understand what it is. I'm just saying what it looks like. Fuck off. God. I thought you guys were my friends.
Oh, you're serious?
I'm always serious. Fuck you. Man. Sissy Dream says, will Chipman be confirmed? Oh, we skipped this. I'm sorry. What's the new ATF rules going to do to gun prices? What are the new ATF rules? What are you talking about? I've been so busy with shit that I don't even know.
No, there's going on in the stuff that's been proposed. I haven't seen anything actually happen yet.
Right. So nothing's changed then. Okay.
No. So do we I saw a number that it was like for the brace, it was like over 400,000 comments. You guys seen that as well? Or
I haven't checked.
I had heard it.
Yeah, G Webs was doing something this afternoon about it, and he said something about there was like 73,000 that were done in the last week or so, but they only accepted like 1,700 or something of them.
Well, they go through them and like they have to like read them and categorize them and file them, and as they do that, they add them to the number that's been completed. Right, so they've already done 14,000 or whatever. That's just how many they've actually gone through.
I highly doubt they actually read them.
No, well, they read them enough to know, like, okay, this is a plus, this is a minus. Like, hey, we're proposing this. Yes, I'm for it. Good job. Okay, put it in the plus pile. Fuck you, you suck. I hate the government. Okay, minus pile. You know, they're not actually reading them. They're just filing them. If that makes sense. That's my understanding anyway. I could be wrong. I don't work for the fucking ATF. So you think.
Sounds like someone that does work for the ATF would say.
Sissy Dream says, will Chipman be confirmed? I give it a 95% chance that he will, with the way that they're pushing for things and shit. Like, it doesn't matter. The Republicans have no fucking nuts to stand up to anything that's going on. All they do is hold the line sometimes. They don't ever take ground back, and they're going to fucking topple just like they always fucking do.
Hey, where is those Emperor firearms made? Those Emperor shotguns?
Turkey.
Turkish.
If you don't know, probably Turkey.
Yeah, probably.
Let me just double check though.
It looks very similar to the Rock Island, and they look very similar. Different stock on it, but it looks like
it's usually either Philippines or Turkey. Nope, Turkey.
I had one of those. It was not a fun gun. Jam-O-Matic.
I don't know, a lot of those semi-autos, unless you're shooting like high dollar fucking like high brass slugs or something, you know, like it's not gonna work. It doesn't work with just birdshot, you know. Even Segas though, Segas will do that too, where you can get them to work, but you have to like tune the gas system just right and fucking make it work. And then as soon as you go back to a different kind of shell, it doesn't work anymore, and you got to tune it again. I don't know. Segas are a bit iffy, and that's why a lot of people are going away from them in competition shooting. Is because you have to tune it, and like if it gets bumped or something's off or whatever, like the humidity that day or something, and then it doesn't work right. So,
anybody looking for a Streebog Gram Power? They're back in stock for $7.99.
dude, I was watching. I forget the name of the YouTube channel. He's got a FFL up north. East somewhere, I forget where, like Pennsylvania, I think. And he was talking about the number of NICS transfers, like NICS background checks done on a month by month basis, and he had like this whole graph laid out, and there was like, I don't know, 4 years previous, so you could see like, okay, here's January 18, 19, 20, 21, February, March, April, you know, and you can see like 2020, it goes way the fuck up. Like 2020 basically was like
the biggest year on record,
higher or something than 2019.
It was almost a million per month more.
Right.
In 2020, and now it's starting. It's I saw May. It's almost down to 19 years. The 19.
Right. So it's come down like 400,000, 500,000 transfers from the month before that. And then from the month before that, it was down like 100 or 200,000. So like, I think we hit the peak of gun buying and now we're headed over that hump.
Oh, absolutely.
As a lot of these gun sellers, these FFLs get new stock in, the price of your used gun is going to go way down because now they're trying to sell. Now they're not trying to get those used guns in stock so they can have them on the shelf. They're trying to get new guns on the shelf, and they're going to pay bottom dollar for fucking used guns.
Well, we're definitely in the summer slump. Last year we just didn't have that slump, but majorly in the slump right now.
But the weird thing is, and here's the thing, we're like one incident, one bill passed, one executive order, one fucking thing away from those shelves being empty again.
That's
we always are.
Always is.
Mm-hmm.
That's no different than.
I don't trust the government. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I haven't trusted the government since I started paying attention.
I trusted the government when Waco happened. I was like 10 years old or whatever the fuck. Hey, can you stop?
Yeah, I mean, same. I wasn't. You and I are similar in ages. I thought that whole Waco thing, I was totally duped.
I think a lot of us were.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, the
Well,
ones
first
that
of all,
are
we were
talking
all
about
kids.
it now, we were all kids. Yeah, exactly.
We were all fucking kids, and so all we knew was what was on the news, which was, hey, bad psychotic people that are abusing children lit themselves on fire. You know, that type of shit. It's like, oh, okay. I don't have to question anything. I'm like fucking 13 or whatever. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
And back then, it was close enough to when news was news that people actually thought that news was news and they were telling the truth.
Well, not only that, but I don't think I mean, no, there's no proof of anyway. It's not like media was lying to us. It wasn't fucking media that was lying. We had no reason to not trust when, you know, Walter Cronkite or whoever the fuck was out there telling you something. You're like, oh, well, he's reporting what's happening, but he's reporting what the fucking ATF and the FBI are telling him, you know?
True.
Because they weren't letting anybody really get close enough to get any. I mean, I remember all the cameras and all the video and stuff that was coming out of there was, you know, you could tell was from a couple football fields away, at least, you know, where they were letting media get. That's about as close as they were letting media get. And that's probably with the zoom on all the fucking cameras. And it still looked like it was about that far away. So there was really no way to really know accurately what was going on. There was a couple times where we saw, you know, when they tried to breach into that upper window, and they showed all that footage everywhere because they would try to breach into the upper window. Remember, they got shot at from inside when they were trying to crawl into that window.
Guy, like rolled down the fucking roof, and
and so you saw that, you know, on repeat.
Live?
Yeah, that was live.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was live.
And then that footage got repeated over and over and over again. So.
Yeah, and according to Chipman, like they shot ATF agents out of a helicopter or something. Didn't he tweet about that? And he deleted his tweets from all these crazy things that he said over the years on Twitter or wherever. Like, fuck that guy, man.
Yeah.
Plus, he looks like a guy who needs a gun to protect himself. Like, in a dark corner, he's afraid. He needs like fucking 10 thugs around him with guns, so he doesn't even carry one. You know?
Hasn't
He
he
needs
like
the
left
ATF
his
around
gun
him. Wait a
places
second.
several times?
What's that?
Like, weren't there reports that came out that like he has forgotten his gun places?
I hope so. I mean, they're putting in a person that's gonna. He's a yes man. That's what he is.
That's all he is. Yeah.
Step in and be like, "What do you want me to do, people above me?" And they're gonna say, "Here's your marching orders. This, and that." And he's gonna say, "Yes, sir."
Okay.
And then go and be like, "I'm the leader of the ATF. Here's what I'm going to do." Like, it's not him. It's them. Just like Biden, dude. It's the same exact fucking thing. Except for Biden's so obviously fucking decrepit and old that it's blatantly obvious to anyone who fucking has 2 eyeballs. But that's just me.
Even if you don't have 2 eyeballs.
Yeah, you have ears and you can hear. if you can read text, Batacath care. Come on.
Batacath care. We don't even
under pressure.
Well,
But, like,
we don't want to
can
just
you
build back
sign
better.
that?
We need to build back better. What?
How can you sign some of that stuff?
And
Like-
then there was the day that he was like signing stuff. He's like, I don't know what I'm signing here or whatever he said. I'm like, I'm just signing this too, I guess. Whatever this is. Like,
No.
bro.
I was talking about signing like for the hearing impaired. Like, how do you
Do it with
how
a
do you
straight
do that
face.
job? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
This is it right here. This is the sign for what? Shubin and under pressure.
Because like the deaf people have to be like reading the sign language, or like, who the fuck did they hire? Like, this person can't sign properly. Like, they're putting words together that don't make sense. It's like, no, that's doing it properly.
Sissy Dreams says, yes, Chipman left his gun in a public bathroom.
That's what it was. Okay.
So what
Okay,
if
well-
Chipman isn't who they actually want? If you think about it, the person that's acting director right now, that lady, she was the acting director when Trump said, yeah, let's do something about bump stocks. She's the acting director now when they went after pistol races the first time. They're doing it again. They're going after the redefinition of firearms and receivers, etc. What if that's all just to distract with Chipman? And really, they already got the person that they want in there, and she doesn't have to be voted on. She's already in charge and never got voted on because she's just acting director.
true. That would suck.
I don't think it makes much of a difference because acting director is a yes man, whatever you say. Chipman is a yes man, whatever you say. So it's fucking
It's all
eggs or 6 eggs. I don't know. Do you like
Except
6
one's
eggs or
already
half a
in there.
dozen?
Except
We haven't
one's
had
already in there.
a director, an actual director since in Obama administration. And I think it's crap that an acting director gets full power because they weren't voted on or anything. That I think it's complete shit.
Well, the whole ATF being around a thing is shouldn't be there either.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Hold on, I gotta screen share this with you guys. Oh wait, get that super chat first. Sorry.
Daniel says, Dem senator from Connecticut says it's best he's a enforcer. It's best he's an enforcer.
I think what Daniel meant is the Democratic senator from Connecticut said it best, comma, he's an enforcer.
And I'm
Not a
assuming that was
leader.
Chris Murphy.
Who the fuck
Hold
that is.
on. You got to hear this shit. Well, just watch the guy. Watch the sign.
Effective strategy to mobilize true and international effort to pressure. Mobilize true and international effort to pressure.
Oh wow! Wow!
He's like, whoa, I don't know what the fuck that was.
I ain't even gonna try that shit.
Oh, that was looking good, dude. That was the best.
That
was
sign
it.
for mobilize really slamming your fist into your open hand.
Fuck.
Mobilize.
Maybe, I don't know sign language, but
Wait, I gotta watch that again. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I want to see it again.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Effective strategy to mobilize true and international effort to pressure. mobilize true international subvert depression.
Oh God, I needed a laugh like that.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yep.
Oh,
You don't pay me enough for this shit.
oh my god. I don't know what the rest of this shit is, but
I just have one thing to say.
Wait a minute.
Hang on.
Hold on.
All right.
what the? That's probably copyrighted music. Hold on a
I
second.
have one thing to say, and pulls up a phone and it has someone else's speech.
Hold on. I'm listening to it, and y'all can't hear it, so I don't want to get copyright strike. He's just playing some Spanish song.
Tell you what, if I had the talent of any one of these people, I'd be elected president by acclamation. Speak. You should be
President by what?
You're in voting now. Vote and let your senators know how strongly you feel. Vote now.
You're going to pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're a
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the question
you want to put a lot
is
of
the
new
question
Supreme Court
is
justice,
the
radical
question-
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is
up,
on,
man?
listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
right,
gentlemen?
Million Michiganders. Donald Trump thinks healthcare is a privilege. Barack and I think it's a right for people to have bad health care.
Bad cat care. It's a right. I should have wanted at the beginning when he's like, he doesn't even know who he's running against.
What kind of country we're going to be? 4 more years of George. He is going to find ourselves in a position where.
He realized what he did.
No, what's happening? His wife's sitting there beating on his leg.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
she's like pinching him.
I love that sign language dude. He's like, whoa, what the shit?
Not a word.
He repeats anything said in his ear. What was that guy from
Ron Burgundy.
Ron
Thank
Burgundy. Yeah.
What?
I think it was a Ron Burgundy quote.
I think the hearing impaired understood that, says Top Break. How does Yank not know this guy is out of it? Does Yankee like Biden? Or does he just think that he's got it all together?
I know he doesn't like him. I don't know what. Has he said something?
Does he think that he's like a sharp-witted fellow with a tongue of silver?
I don't think so. I haven't heard Yankee say that, but I also don't watch all of Yankee's chats because he does 85 of them a week.
Mark
He does
Malone
more than Matt.
Mark Malone says Yankee lies constantly. Well, maybe he's a Jew.
Hey, Angry. You remember that part? I don't remember what episode of Hunters it's in. That one part of Hunters where they cut in with like this game show.
Yes.
And he's like, do you or somebody you know, would they be really, really good at this game? I just kept thinking of Mark. I'm sorry.
Yep. Yep. That is very fitting.
He'd be really good at that game.
Why are there Nazis?
No. The name of the game was Why Does Everybody Hate the Jews? That was the name of the game.
He got all the answers. He knows. He wrote the cards for the game. If you look on the box, it's actually produced by Mark.
Oh fuck.
Sorry.
Oh, here I found this. Hold on. Check this one out. This is another one.
Governor. All men and women created by go. You know the thing. I'm among many qualified people. I'm the best qualified people for this job. I'm beginning to see why your wife left you. Why you texting? Why? You're getting nervous, man.
Fuck.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it. rapidly rising in with I don't know. I just spoke at Dartmouth on healthcare at the medical school, or not. I guess I wasn't actually on the campus, but the people from the medical school were at the. I want to be clear.
Yeah, I'd want you to be clear.
Nuts. I'm not sure whether it was a medical school or where the hell I spoke, but it was on the campus. Yes, slightly. We're in a situation. President asked me to head up a cancer moonshot in another country and annex a significant portion of it called Crimea. He's saying that it was President my boss.
President my boss?
President my boss. I want to get a T-shirt that says "President My Boss."
In terms of Iraq, in terms of what was going on in Ukraine, by strengthening, by investing $100 billion in education, in global warming efforts. It's a whole range of things. We can't afford it by just beginning to reward work as much as wealth. Get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it should watch the I'll come back up again. If you want a double barrel shotgun, have the shells in 12-gauge shotgun. Don't jump. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. People have no civil rights. No man has the right to raise a...
Yes.
You remember, this is a while back, there was some campaign trail of, I think it was like a senator or governor or something, I forget what state. And they were having like their campaign rally, and they brought in pizza for all the people, and he was like, "Oh, let's share the pizza." And he like grabbed every piece of pizza like he'd never shared food in his life, and then like takes a bite out of the wrong side of the pizza like he hasn't seen a pizza before.
Oh yeah, who was that?
It was Bloomberg, and he started looking at his fingers and then putting it back in the box.
That's right, it was Bloomberg.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's just like they're not actually human beings. Like
I don't think they are.
They're on a different planet. They've, like things that they deal with, they're not the things that we deal with. And they think that they're better than us because of it. Go on.
Okay.
Wait, they're not?
To a woman in anger. We have to just change the culture, period, and keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it. It will be a big... No, I really mean it. And immediately change the law in the state of Delaware protecting transgender people. We have to eliminate the funding gap that exists between minority white and majority white and non-white districts. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
They are.
Well, that might be popular music. Hold on. Let me turn that off for a second so you can't hear it. That sounds copywritten.
That was Bloomberg that did that with the pizza?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
It was when he had his staffers and he got them pizza, and I think it was some kind of like tea or something, because he did it with the tea too.
What is
he
this
was like
shit?
spreading his hands and shit all over the tea.
This was them.
Like, see, I don't mind being dirty like the people. Look, I'll get my hands in the tea too.
So like all that crap with Obama, is that like recent, or was that back whenever Obama was?
I think that was back in the day.
Still that music in the background. Okay, here we go. Now the music's gone. There you go.
I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. Corruption. Trump was out there tweeting again this morning. I called him President Tweety. Well, Trump is pursuing a damaging and erratic trade war without any strategy, by the way. This guy is moving to foment hate. Well, President Trump and the demagogues around the world.
Demagogues.
Donald Trump is reelected. He doesn't want to shed light. He wants to generate heat. And he's stroking violence in our cities.
Okay, that's the end. That's
that's good old President, my boss.
Honda's not here. Honda doesn't come and do these chats because he wants to generate light. He wants to generate heat.
It's time to help people customize and save.
Oops, sorry. Ad running. There.
Dick goes in. He says, "I can't to see what kind of nut job we get in 2024, and that Corvette probably has a small block engine."
Probably. You're probably right.
Knowing him, it has like a little battery-powered thing.
It's just a power wheel. They're like, we can't actually give him a gas engine. He might crash it and like cause an incident.
No,
It'd be funny if like this whole time Biden is just doing like LS swaps in the fucking White House garage while people do shit. I knew that would make Angry laugh.
kind of funny.
Fuck me, man.
Nah, I'm not like
That's
that.
okay.
Sorry.
You don't want to? Your loss. So what do you guys what are we watching for the Go You Know the Thing, the Guns and Geeks podcast tomorrow night? Like, is there a show that I should be watching as I fall asleep tonight?
Fear Street.
Fear Street. We're gonna talk about that.
There's 3 episodes of that, right?
3
Yeah.
movies. It's 3
Yeah,
movies.
they're technically movies. They're
How
like
long are they? Like an
2
hour?
hours
they're
each.
just shy of 2 hours apiece.
Is it super scary?
Not super
no.
scary.
Unless you're a
Like
pussy.
it's not. Yeah, it's just a really good storyline.
Dude, I started watching The Mist TV series.
I heard that sucked. It got canceled after 1 season.
I watched half of the season and I was like, this sucks. I bet they canceled.
Have you watched Loki yet?
No, I haven't. Is it all done?
It's all out, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
All
what I
6
got to watch.
Episodes? Yeah.
Yeah, 6 episodes.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then there's Gunpowder Milkshake on Netflix. I watched that last night.
That was okay.
I liked it. I had fun with it. And
I
then
felt it was very like comic booky.
it was very formulaic, but I thought the action was good and
Yeah.
it was fun. It was a fun movie. And then Hitman's Bodyguard's Wife. I watched that one.
Oh yeah, that came
That
out.
was good. I like that. So
HBO Matt says, now up to 5 vaccinated runaway Texas Dems COVID positive. What does that mean?
now up to
I read it
5.
exactly. That was word for word. I did not stutter and I did not fuck up.
Now up to
Were they
5.
talking about the Democrats?
Yeah, it means there was 3 previously. There's 2 more now.
What?
That plane?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the wrong
runaway.
Mhm.
They got COVID.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
Even though they're vaccinated.
And Kamala, who had contact with all of them, was like, I'm not going to quarantine.
Wait a second. Wasn't the reason that they like left the state was to avoid a vote?
Yep.
And wouldn't you not be able to vote if you suddenly came up COVID positive?
I mean, I think there's
I don't know.
probably a way you can probably still vote, but
Yeah.
But
you're
is there in
sick and all.
Texas, like, does that negate the vote if you're COVID positive right now in Texas now for a vote now?
I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know if there's any provisions for something like that. It
I
might
bet
just be
there
an app.
isn't. I bet there's not, because this is an unprecedented black swan event, and I bet that they're continuing to. Oh, up to 5 of them they're vaccinated and they've got they're COVID positive, right?
Listen.
Okay, guess what? They fucking have like a way to turn the PCR test up and down so that. Oh wait, I can't talk about that. Never mind.
There's no reason that those people can't come in to vote because there's those little bubbles that you can like walk around with these days that will keep them completely sealed up, and they could still like bubble walk into the chambers, cast their vote, and then be out.
Huh. Savage says, choose my next long gun. Remember to consider that the commie laws in my state. He's in New York, upstate.
SKS.
That's what I was going to say, too. If you don't have an SKS,
Uh,
1500.
you keep your pants on, but, you know.
Can you get an SKS in New York?
I don't know. It does have a bayonet lug.
And it's a 10
Well,
round
no.
magazine.
If you get
10 rounds.
if you get the one that came in during the assault weapons ban, they have bayonet lug, but they cannot be attached. They are legal.
Yeah, but it
Whereas-
has more than
Oh.
10 rounds, though. Or, well, it has 10 rounds. Or does that only apply to handguns in New York?
When would
That's
you ever
everything.
use a bayonet? Like, could you foresee a reason
Zombie
to pull
apocalypse.
your bayonet and be like, "All right, bitches"? Like,
Yes, I can. Because you're forming a defensive line, and the counter army is sneaking up on you, and it's Vietnam, and all of a sudden your major yells to attach bayonets.
And I would rather have a Mosin.
It's Charlie.
I would rather have a Mosin at that point.
a moist nugget.
Yeah, well, that's because with a bayonet on a Mosin, you can still stab them
Dude, that thing's
about
like a pipe.
500 yards away.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, of course.
you can do javelin tosses with it.
I don't know, the bayonet on the fucking SKS is pretty long, and when you extend that motherfucker, this thing does get pretty long. Oops.
There goes the ceiling.
I can touch the ceiling. That's touching the ceiling right there. And I'm sitting in a chair. Obviously. Cleaned up nice, but I still feel like Cosmoline on it every time I fucking touch it. It sucks.
And you will for a while. You're going to have to probably either stick that out in the heat somewhere or shoot it out.
I'm telling you, you should have sent it to me. I'd have cleaned it up for you.
Still can send it to you.
It's already cleaned up. It's good to go. I mean,
Then
if you took the trigger group out and you took the everything apart, you could probably find a little bit more Cosmoline in there.
Did you not disassemble it when you cleaned it?
I took the trigger group out. I sprayed it down with brake cleaner.
But did you take it out of the stock? Did you take the gun out of the stock?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't, because you can disassemble the fucking trigger group too.
Yeah, but you don't need to. It's a one piece. You just lock together. You can just
Right, and I just sprayed it out, and then I probably didn't get all of it. There's probably Cosmoline in some little nook and cranny. I didn't.
Did you disassemble and clean the bolt?
Yes.
Okay, you took the firing pin out, cleaned the firing pin channel. Cool.
You should be good. Unless you put it slam fire.
The bolt, the firing pin does move back and forth freely. It's nice and loose in there, so that's good.
Did you watch my detailed video called "How to Prevent Slam Fires in an SKS"?
No, I didn't. I need to.
Yes, you should.
How old is that video?
That's a very good question. I don't.
It's an old video.
I don't know. Let me look.
I remember it from back in the day, I feel.
I remember you had hair during that one.
I don't think I was in that video.
I don't know. I do like this gun a lot.
Basically, you just have to clean the bolt.
Dude, this thing was so dirty. I couldn't even once I got the fucking bayonet and I put it out, it was so greasy I couldn't get a grip on it to fucking slide the thing off and get it back in.
Whenever I got my Chinese one, I had the entire barrel was, and a gas port and all that crap was so full. Oh, it looked like a freaking turd after I pushed all that crap out of there.
Yeah,
Dude,
same with
mine
mine.
too. Exact same, dude. There was a 3-inch long turd.
Yep.
Which sucked because I was like, oh, I'll clean the barrel after I clean the action out.
No.
It was pretty easy to clean the turd out, honestly, but still. Oh, Daniel says, did you see news about Kamala in the hospital?
What?
That's what it says. What is this?
When you've been waiting for the pudding man to go in, but he plays the Uno card.
Check out this music. This is my old school music. Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's
that shit.
Yep.
Hey guys, Matt here. Okay, so I've
there
got
I am.
Disassembled. And thought, you know what? Well, I've got it taken. That's basically that help.
This is my almost 7-minute video of how to clean the firing pin channel. Why it needed to be 7 minutes, I don't fucking know. I don't know why it needed to be that long. I guess so. I do like to talk. That's true. I can turn that down.
Missed the camo background.
That was just a fucking blanket I picked up at Walmart. It's like one of those fleece blankets or something. That's just, yeah. I spent 7 minutes explaining how to fucking do this. It did not require 7 minutes. It really didn't.
You're really good at shaking it. You got
that's how you can tell it. That's how you can tell it's loose. Is if you hear it rattle in there, that means it's not frozen.
He has a lot of experience with that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway. 121,000 views on this video.
That means 121,000 people were like, "Fuck! How do I get this bolt apart?"
Anyway,
I wonder what Kamala's in the hospital for. Let's look that up.
Routine medical appointment.
Yeah.
That's what it says. That's what they're reporting.
Has routine doctor visit on Sunday. Says White
it wouldn't be on. It probably wouldn't be on Sunday if it was routine.
Had a scheduled medical appointment at a Washington area hospital on Sunday, unrelated to her meeting with. Hold on, let me click on this Bloomberg.com article. Unrelated meeting with Texas Democrat lawmaker who was later tested positive for COVID-19, according to a White House official. Harris previously scheduled to visit with Walter Reed Hospital was for a routine doctor's appointment, the official said by email. Vice President avoided exposure to COVID-19 when she met with Washington, D.C. Texas lawmakers who... It's that shit again? Okay, there we go. Now we know what happened. Group thoughts on 18-inch 5.56 AK. Boo.
18-inch.
I say boo. I say 5.56 AK is an abomination.
And
5.45.
You got a 5.45.
Is not.
Yes, I love my 5.45s.
Like, I'm sure it works fine. I'm sure it shoots fine. Getting mags for it kind of sucks.
I had a AK in 5.56, and I didn't like it. I got rid of it.
The resale value is lower.
Yep.
Because you can't, like, they're like, oh, an AK, that's cool. But it's in 5.56. Like, oh.
Hey, for anybody in here, just posted a couple things in the private chat. In case anybody's looking for anything. Found a couple of good deals that I would love to share with the audience, but we cannot because it violates YouTube's policy on that stuff.
Who's like chewing on their microphone?
I don't know.
Not me.
Sorry, that's probably my fault. I forgot I wasn't muted.
Mute thine self, sir. No, you're good, dude. Don't worry about it.
I'd take
yeah. I do like that used Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is nice.
Do you guys like the 3-inch or 4-inch?
See, I can do this. Open image in new tab.
There
right?
you go. Mm-hmm.
And then you have the image of the thing, and then we can zoom in like so, and then I can go back over here and screen share.
Probably going 4-inch. I don't know. I just feel like the 4-inch is a little bit more classic.
It's also the better deal too.
Yeah.
It's $100 cheaper.
Yeah, I really like the old school revolvers like that. I don't really need another revolver, to be honest, but if it's a good deal, you know, like you're saying, man, it's not going to be worth any less at any point, right?
Yep.
No. And for that price, you could get it reblued and
you just send it back to Smith & Wesson. Don't they do it for like $200?
I don't even think they charge $200. They didn't used to anyway.
You could just reblue it yourself.
And those grips look like they're fucked up, but that's another
Not you, Honda.
Little fun project.
Not you.
I can blue things.
I know you know how to blow.
No, wait. We're talking about blue, not glue.
No, You know why that barrel wasn't as fucked up as you thought it was? Because I went through and blued it like when I got it. It was like rusty and fucky.
Why the fuck then did you cover it over with fucking primer and spray paint?
Because I'm a gunsmith.
Jesus.
Because he's a peacock. You gotta let him fly.
Just for a shameless self plug, I just did a video on rebluing a Model 760 Remington.
Nice.
Yeah, my cousin's husband, his son took it out hunting, and it apparently rained and just absolutely destroyed the thing. And he's like, "I'm going to take it to the local gunsmiths, get redone. It's like $400." I'm like, you realize you have a cousin who went to school for gunsmithing that could do that for you. He's like, "You can still do that?" I was like, "Yeah." So $50 later.
So which one do you like more? This one?
I like that one better.
Or this one?
I like the old school Model 10 look.
Yeah.
4-inch.
Yeah.
It does kind of look funky though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's an old school, like, service.
Yeah,
revolver.
it looks like an old Top Gun.
Yeah.
It probably is an old cop gun.
Probably.
Yeah, most likely.
How much was that one? We can't say. Damn, that's not a bad price.
$100 cheaper than the other one.
Yeah. And both of them are under 5.
Well, okay then. Okay then, boyo. Good on you, mate. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I don't know. Fucking don't know how much longer I can keep up this work thing the way it's been going, though, to be honest.
Are you at least getting decent tips? Or is that just gone?
No, like, money's there. There's money. That's not the problem, though. The problem is, like, aging me 10 years a shift. Like, I don't know. I'm going to stick with it another week, and I'll talk to you guys about it next week. I'll make a decision by then what I'm going to do. Because it's hard to walk away from a job like that, you know? But at the same time, like, if something's killing you, you have to walk away from it. Otherwise, you will no longer be here to do the job. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you were making because you're dead now. Like, I don't want to do that. Dude, what is this thing?
Oh, that's that. Oh, fucking can't remember the name of the company. They have those all over buds. They come in all different like colors. There's ones that's like zombie green with blood splatter on it, and then there's one that's all black, and then there's that one, and then there's ones that are like bright blue, and they sell a bunch of them. They're on buds. They're actually fairly cheap too.
Emperor Arms Duke pump shot. Yeah. Duke needs one of these.
Duke needs a Duke.
Duke needs a Duke. Duke pump. Duke
They've got one
shot.
that comes with a stock, so you can either leave the pistol grip on or you can put a stock on it.
It's an 18-inch barrel?
Yeah, they're 18-inch barrels. They're all 18-inch barrels, 18 and a half.
CZ Shadow 2. Oh, this is SHOT Show 2020, so we've already seen all this shit.
Yeah, that's the single action only.
Is that the AK trick? What is this?
Looks like a tool. Looks like a tool.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to see guns, not bullshit. There we go. Ruger 9mm GP100.
I don't understand.
No.
What the
Semi-auto.
Abomination.
No. That's my answer.
Well, and then you look at that cylinder gap. It's the same size frame.
Yep. They just fucking, like, stuck the barrel out further. The forcing cone or whatever the fuck that's called.
Yeah, it's part of the barrel. They screw that in. Ugly. Ugly.
Why does that SIG have an orange fucking cap? Oh, because it's a
BB gun.
Well,
airsoft.
There
Yeah.
we go. That's stupid.
Oh, diversification.
P10 carry. P10C.
Guns. I have to say that because I know about 8 guys that work there.
That's what you should get for your bolt gun. The SIG MG 338.
Yeah, I've looked at that one, and that's like $6,000.
No, get a Howa, dude. Get a Howa 500. They're fucking ridiculously nice guns.
No, he already posted up above in the chat the power that he's looking at.
No, it's not looking at. It's ordered.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, what was it?
It was Howard M1500.
Wilkinson's Arms Linda 9 carbine.
That's what I was talking about. The Howa 1500. Oh, I said Howa 500, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no 500. The Howa 1500 started about $500. That's what was going through my head.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the one I got is the aluminum chassis and everything, so I don't have to do any of that crap.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
That's a gun from like the 80s that I think they like decide to re-release or something.
That's kind of cool.
Is that the Howa with the American flag stuck?
No.
I
don't. Yeah, I'm not huge into that stuff on a firearm.
No, I just wasn't sure if it.
Oh, that's nice.
I had
that's
seen
nice
one last
year.
Wow,
that's. I did not mean to say that, but
it's a nice package.
It's a nice package. No, I was looking at the Howa, the link you posted in there.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah,
the stock.
I like it.
Yeah.
So, and then the gun, the FFL that I sent it to, he's like, "Hey, here's this. What you need to put on top of that?" And he sent me a $2,000 optic. I'm like, yeah, no.
What optic does it come with? What is that? It's a.
I don't know I don't know if it comes with that or if it's just stock. If it's just a stock photo.
Check out the Athlon line of scopes. They've got some really good scopes for the price.
I don't know anything about scopes, so I'm gonna get the gun and then figure that out later.
ATI has introduced Schmeisser's 60-round AK magazines. That's nice.
What? Oh, coffin. Coffin style? Or quad stacks?
Quad stack, yeah.
So I'd like to take back what I said about the AK and 5.56, only because now I see that it was AK Lover that had asked that question. And I kind of feel like he probably has an AK in 5.45 if he really loves AKs. So at this point, he's probably just looking for oddball stuff to get. And at that point, get it.
I mean, you're asking a bunch of people who spend too much money on guns if you should spend money on guns. I think you might get the answer you're looking for.
Yeah. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be buy it.
Unless it's a Springfield Armory or a Rock River.
Yeah, don't buy those.
Fuck that shit.
How much do the Colt Anacondas cost?
Too fucking much.
For what? Yeah,
for
what
it is.
For what they are, they're way too expensive.
It's cool. Yay, Colt, whatever. Buy a Smith & Wesson. Save a lot of money and get a better gun.
The Anaconda.
The only reason I see to be like even buy those is if you're a Colt collector for some reason.
Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hon.
That's correct.
Do 5 benzo sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt.
Somebody try to take the hard roll until the butt was stuck. So toss it and leave it, and I pull it quick to retrieve it. So Cosmo says you're fat. Well, I ain't down with that.
I'm down with that.
Night Straight's thinking about sticking.
Well,
that was good. Firearms news. I've never been to that site before, or at least I've never actually looked at it.
I've been there a couple times. I usually go to the Firearms blog, but
I don't like supporting those people. I don't know why. TFB?
Did they do something to offend you? I don't know. Have they done something I just don't know about it?
No,
I don't like their videos or anything, but I like their website has good information.
It's fine. I just feel like they're, they get enough attention. That's all.
They entertain me.
Fuck them. They don't get too much attention as is. Fuck it.
Okay, I missed some super chats, didn't I? Or did I? No, I just missed one. Never enough ammo. You should get an SKS. Also, never enough ammo. Sells literally every SKS he gets.
Yeah, I do.
How many SKS?
I don't know what it is. And I did this for a long time with 1911s too. I would buy one because I love them. And then I'd be like, and then I'd sell it because I'd find something else I want. And then I'd be pissed off because I didn't have a 1911. And I do the same thing with SKSs. I'm like, I love SKSs, and I'll buy one and I'll fix it up. And then, like this last time, I bought it for $250. I sold it for $650 because I wanted other shit. And I'm like, well, this is a good time to sell. And now, you're not going to find a $250 SKS anymore. So, yeah, it's a thing. I do it all the time. I finally stopped doing it with 1911s because I will never get rid of that SIG, that nightmare. It's not ever going anywhere. So
what you have to do is you have to find like the Gucciest of SKSs, like some Russian like ceremonial guard SKS. Like,
something that I could not bring myself to get rid of.
Yes.
Which defeats the purpose of why I like SKSs so much.
Right.
Which is because
they're cheap.
They're like, you can beat the shit out of them, and they just work, and they're just an all-around good rifle that would work for hunting or defense or everything. Like, it'd be a good end-of-the-world gun.
Yeah, more Cosmolines coming out of it.
It will for, about a year and a half.
Yep.
Unless you clean it properly, which you can do.
Well, maybe you can.
I can, yes. I've done it many times.
A person can do it. Honda.
He does it many times, and then he sells it.
Yeah. Cosmoline and me are old friends. We know how to deal with each other.
He finally gets it clean, and he's like, I'm done playing with you.
Yeah.
I do like it, though.
Cosmoline sees Matt and goes, old comrade.
Do you ever pick up a gun like this, though, and think, like, where has it been?
Oh, yeah.
Has it shot anybody? Has this gun been used to, like, some crazy atrocity or something? Or, just straight around?
It's funny with, like, my milsurps and shit. So, like, my Mosin, my Nagant revolver, my SKS, like, my Toke, like, my dog, I'll be clean him, does not care. I bring my Argentine Mauser out, and she loses her shit. I'm like, this thing definitely has bodies on it. Like, there was like some Argentine farmers that are no longer around because of this rifle.
Why is that funny? I don't know why that's funny to me. Am I sadistic?
No, you're human.
Am I a baddie? Are we the baddies?
Are we the bad guys? I was going to say, keeping a little bit of Cosmoline on the SKS is good, too, because when it's really hot out and an inevitable accident happens, the Cosmoline helps, seal the wound.
Well, I feel like the SKS causes the problem, because that's what made your hand slip in the first place.
It can give it and take it.
Just don't drop it on your toe and, like, destroy your foot with it, or, clean it when it's really hot. Hot out. Don't do that.
What? I don't understand this. Get a SKS M or D, then they're amazing.
The M or Ds are the ones
that... If you take AK mags, the M's, I forget what the M's are for. I'd love to find a paratrooper SKS.
One with thumb hole stock?
I know I've seen pictures of them without the thumb hole stocks that were just like the paratrooper length SKSs.
Well, I know you can get like the 30-round fixed magazine and just order that and then attach it to your gun, but I've heard and seen a lot of those not work very well.
I had one that actually ran pretty good, but my 20-rounders, those suck. But the 21-rounders were Pro Mag.
Was it a fixed mag or a duckbill mag?
It was a duckbill.
Okay, well, yeah, those are made to be removed.
Yeah.
Those suck.
Yeah, well, my 30-round duckbill was fine. My Pro Mag 20-rounders, those sucked, and I got rid of all of them because I was like, I just want to keep this SKS like original and shit. Like I had bought them kind of on a whim at like a gun show because I got them for dirt cheap, and I sold them to somebody who wanted to, bubba his SKS. But the D models actually take legitimate AK mags. Like they have a magazine well built into them for AK mags.
Yeah. And those are made to export only. They're
they're not a military.
Yeah, I like my SKS. It's nice. Yeah, this is very good. This is good for you, and all of those.
See what you need now is because you have a Mosin still, don't you? Or no, you got rid of your Mosin. Never mind.
I gave my Mosin to a subscriber, just like I'm giving away a free AR-15 lower as soon as I get it from Palmetto State Armory, because I guess there was like a 12-week run out. I didn't realize that when I initially announced this shit when I bought it. I was like, hey, I'm giving away an AR-15, like thinking I'm going to do it next week. And yeah, there's a 12-week run out on the time that it takes them to send something till the time you get it. And it's only been like 2 weeks. So yeah, in about a month, like 2.5 months, we'll do a fucking lower giveaway. Fuck, I should just buy a lower and give it away and then keep that one. I don't know. What do you guys think? But the point was, like, I bought the lower and I'm like, okay, I'm going to build this gun. And then I was looking at all the prices of parts, and then I looked at my safe at how many AR-15s I already have, and I'm like, I don't need another AR-15. Why don't I just give it away? You know? So that's how that went. I don't know. AK Lover says, I don't know. I have a D model and willing to trade. Matt
wants the D.
Matt, you like the D?
I think Matt walked away.
Matt, don't say anything if you want the D.
If you love the D, keep yourself muted. Matt loves the D. I mean, that's proof right there.
Heard it here first, folks.
Hard to argue with that.
He can't argue with it.
I bet Matt would trade you for something. He's got guns. I don't know. I don't really have anything that if I buy a gun and it works, I tend to keep it. If I buy a gun and it doesn't work, I tend to sell it to someone that I don't know, because then I don't have to hear about how the gun doesn't work.
For me, if it's not interesting, I sell it. Like a lot of the new plastic guns, they're not interesting to me because they're almost cookie cutter.
Right.
But you get into milsurps and stuff like that, they're like, oh, this is totally different because this has this feature. The magazine releases here. It's interesting.
It's some weird thing when people were just kind of like, they hadn't really figured out guns, and they're just like, hey, let's put like springs and pieces of metal at random places and see if it works. Like, and there's history behind it, and they're unique because they're not just the same cookie cutter, not a Glock of today or whatever. So
yes.
You know what? I'm glad that tonight the Gay Frog chat just turned into a good old fashioned gun chat. That's kind of a good way to go sometimes. I like it.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Well, we've been going an hour and a half, just about, which is how long we normally go for the Gay Frog chat. So do you guys have anything you want to plug before we go?
I'm glad you guys made me spend some money, or spent my money wisely.
You're welcome.
You chose wisely.
Now I just have to get the money from Travis whenever I go up there.
You gonna go shake Travis down for the money?
Yeah, he's buying
buying
one of my rifles. So.
Well, all right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about Loki because I have to watch an entire season of Loki between now and then, and I will let you know my synopsis on Matt's chat, and we'll see you then. But peace out, Girl Scout. Have a good night. You don't have to go home. Oh wait, you probably already are.